Stipemeochic, he's the champion. You're the number one contender. When are you and Stipe gonna dance?
Man, I think that question belongs to the UFC, but I request for December 12th, which is the last pay-per-view of the year, almost over 2 months from now. So I'm expecting to have that date.
Last time you guys fought, he was doing the wrestling, and he's not so excited to do this rematch with you because he expects it to be the wrestling type situation. What have you done to make sure that that wouldn't happen again?
Work a lot on my game, and we'll get a better training camp, and that would definitely not happen again. You know, when I look back to that game, to that fight, I see a lot of opportunity that I could have have if I was ready, if I was well prepared.
What'd you make of Israel Adesanya's performance against Paulo Costa the other week over there at UFC 253?
That was sick, like unbelievable. Like he make Paulo Costa look like he doesn't even know how to fight. That was like a master class, you know, putting on clinic, like sharp, everything perfect, you know. That was crazy.
Yes, it was. Now let's give you a hypothetical situation. John Jones moving up to heavyweight, then he's trading barbs on Twitter with Israel Adesanya. What's more likely to happen first? You fight John Jones at heavyweight, or Israel Adesanya fights John Jones?
Well, you know, I'm not a UFC matchmaker, so I don't know exactly if John Jones is going to fight at heavyweight or middleweight or light heavyweight, because he end up to ask what do they think if he go back to the light heavyweight and fight Jan Blachowicz, which I don't know. So actually, I don't know which weight class John Jones belong to, but that's not my problem. You know, what I want is just to fight and to fight for the title. And now the title holder in the heavyweight division that I belong to is Stipemiochic. So that's where my focus is right now.
How quickly do you think Chimaev could sort of climb the ranks and work his way to a title shot against Israel Adesanya? I mean, at this rate, the way he's fighting, we could see him by the end of the year in a hilarious way.
Oh, definitely. No, Chimaev will be fighting for a championship in one of the two weight classes by this time next year. That prediction there based on nothing, but I think he's more likely to do it at middleweight. Not to mention, Chimaev called for the fight. I mean, the only thing you have to do to fight Adesanya is get Adesanya's interest. Adesanya doesn't give a damn about the rankings, and Dana respects Adesanya enough that he'll listen and try to do what he wants. I bring that to you because the Yoel Romero fight made no kind of sense. And Adesanya said to Dana, he goes, look, I want to fight that guy. If we want to talk about Chimaev and Adesanya, all you have to do is make Adesanya interested. If he's interested, win or lose. Man, this guy calls for some fights that even the odds makers don't think he's going to win. He'll walk out there and do it, but you got to get his interest.
I'm very curious what you think, because at the end of that Ariel interview, Israel said that he wants to fight by the end of the year. Now, Whitaker's booked, Cannonier's booked, Hermanson and Till, they're all booked. But he seems pretty keen. Who do you think that he could possibly fight at the end of the year? The way he is with Dana White, where he seems to get the fights that he wants, even if it might be ill-advised. Who do you think it could be? Do you think we could see him go to light heavyweight? Maybe fight Jan to keep him busy?
No, okay, so it's interesting you say that. And I love that you said it, because here's my two guys. You want to know the top two guys right now? Chris Weidman and Chimaev. Now, it's for the reasons that you just laid out. The calendar's booked. The top guys, the most likely suspects, they all got dance partners. So, and I do take Adesanya at his word. He's not one of these guys that says, I want to go and do. He's a legit badass. You can, if Adesanya tells you something, no matter how crazy the idea might sound, he's not joking. So, you've got Chimaev that says he wants to fight. You have Chris Weidman that says he wants to fight. I mean, look, if it's like a job interview, if no one else shows up, it's your job. So in this case, there's two guys that have shown up. It sounds like Chimaev and Weidman are going to have to battle this back and forth, or Adesanya's not going to get his way, and he's going to have to wait till 2021.